Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 20. Ripple and Xendpay earn Bitcoin with Postmates, and Kraken leads bat and wave. Let's get into it, right? Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is all for entertainment and education purposes only. Please do your own research before you purchase or invest into any cryptocurrency or digital asset. If you are catching this stream live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions, please make sure you leave us a comment below. Now, if you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. If you haven't subscribed yet, very important, hit that subscribe button right now. If you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on our Discord. The link is in the description, as are the links to all the articles that we covered during the stream. Really quick, we're starting to put some music into the stream, so can someone please give me a check on voice and music level, if they're appropriate or if any of them need adjustment? They're good. Okay, thank you. Hey, Soka, how's it going, man? Thanks for tuning in every day, man. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that they're both good. Today's episode should really be called Crypto and Coffee because I'm really, really tired and actually do have a cup of coffee right next to me. Now we're going to go into the news. Right on. So, if you are using WhatsApp and you live in Indonesia, we have good news for you, man. Facebook is in talks with several digital payment companies to launch a digital payment service in Indonesia. Unlike the thing they're gonna launch in China, in India, where they plan to offer direct peer-to-peer payment services, WhatsApp will simply serve as a platform in Indonesia to support payments via local digital wallets due to basically tough licensing regulations, right? So that's pretty good, man. It's good that WhatsApp, it's Facebook actually, because they own WhatsApp. But it's good that WhatsApp is launching this. It might work just like WeChat does in China. If you don't know how WeChat works in China, it's basically you have a QR code, you transfer funds from your bank account into your cell phone or your account on WeChat, or this case would be WhatsApp. And then you can go to a merchant that takes payment via that way, and they have a QR code. You scan it, and then you can transfer the funds to them. It makes paying really easy. You don't have to carry cash, and you don't have to carry your cards with you, which in the end makes it a little bit more secure, right? Especially if you live in areas where there's a lot of theft and things like that. It's just carrying your cell phone, and if that gets stolen, you can easily go into your accounts and then start turning everything out, right? So anyways, good news, more adoption, right? More adoption coming. Now, on to the next bits of news that we have regarding the main cryptosphere, and this is just speculation at the moment, right? I found this article, I found it interesting because it makes a lot of sense. Now, it says that Amazon has launched its own fully managed blockchain service for the development of scalable blockchain networks. Now, Amazon has also developed their fully managed ledger database, which is the Amazon QLDB, which can be used to develop blockchain applications, right? And that's pretty good. Now, this capability that they have, coupled with the company's large consumer base they have, make it one of the most eligible companies to enter the crypto space. And I do believe that that's the part that got me, right? Because it would make a lot of sense that Amazon should develop a cryptocurrency, right? After Amazon, the next company that should develop it will be Walmart, because they also have customers and they also are a retail store. Now, the one that makes the least amount of sense is Facebook, because they just have users and they don't sell anything, right? So for Amazon would make a lot of sense. They're worldwide. If not worldwide, they're in a lot of countries, right? And a lot of users have access to Amazon, and it would really make sense for them to have a currency. After that, Walmart, because they're a physical store, retail, and then, like I said, in the end, we can kick Facebook, right? Anyways, on to market cap. All right, total market cap on the daily yesterday, which closed 2 hours ago, right? Remember, It's 7 p.m. Central. It's when the market closes for the day. So yesterday, closing at 255 billion, down 5.32% from the prior day. Now today, it's going down quickly at 247 billion, 3.02% down. And the day is just starting, right? We might be looking at a red day for market cap. However, the day is just starting, like I said, and it could go up if some news develop throughout the day or throughout the night or throughout the day tomorrow, right? On to Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. Yesterday, Bitcoin down 0.62% from an opening of 70.43 and closing at the price of a video game, $69.99, right? Sounds like it's on discount. Anyways, Bitcoin right now is losing dominance, sitting at 69.64, which is 0.49%. It's very little dominance is losing. However, it's still losing dominance. Day starting, anything can happen. On to Bitcoin news. Now, if you use Postmates, the Bitcoin app that we talked about last time, Lolly, and if you like Bitcoin, then things might really be looking out for you because now you're really covered. If you remember, we covered Lolly on a previous video. I'll put the link up here. It'll show up as a little card on the top. And that'll happen once the stream is on, right? So I have Lolly installed. I downloaded it like I told you guys I would. It is basically a Google extension that you can get. And I'm going to leave a link in the description once the stream is on. I'll put it down there. Now, this is not paid advertisement. They're not giving me anything. The link is a referral link. So if you guys do use it and with that code that is going to be there, I would get something in return for sure. I haven't used the application to make a purchase yet. I do have it and I've been looking at it. I just haven't bought anything that has with whom they're partner, right? Anyways, well, today Lolly announced that they're partnering with Postmates and well, you can basically get Bitcoin back when you purchase using the Lolly extension, which is going to give more adoption, right? People that get this Lolly extension will be accumulating Bitcoin passively when they purchase with whomever they partner with. And like we said last time, right? This is the website. You can get Walmart, Hotels.com, Groupon, Priceline, right? There's a lot of stores that they partner with. And if you purchase through them, you get Bitcoin back, right? Up to 30% Bitcoin back. That's what they said. So, yeah. Check them out if you haven't. I'll put the link in the description once the video is done. Now on sadder news, because this is really... It's sad for the people that live there, right? Bitcoin miners in the Sichuan prefecture in China are suffering from heavy rains. And, well, they're getting flooded, right? I mean... According to the article, there have been 4 days of long, heavy rainfall, which have produced raging floods and massive mudslides. Now, the article states that numerous miners and equipment have been found submerged in waters or have been carried away by the river, with no way of knowing precisely if anyone has been hurt or how much equipment has been lost. Now, the cost of damages have not been yet estimated, and this is really bad news for people in that region. However, the drop on miners, or the decrease in mining capability that got lost through this region, has had little impact on Bitcoin hash rate, which is good. It's not affecting, although I'm gonna show the pictures real quick, and then I'm gonna show you a graph they have on this site where you can see that the hash rate has decreased, but it's not significant, right? So this is from a mudslide. I'm not gonna play the video. You can see it clearly there. And then this is a guy searching for stuff in the mud. Right, so it's a bit sad for them that they're going through that. This is what we're looking at the chart. I'm not sure how good you can see it on your screen. Hash rate has decreased, but as you can see, there has been a lot of volatility in the hash rate, right? And this drop, it's minimal compared to the other ones that they've had in the past days, right? This is August 19, 17, 15, 13, etc. So, yeah, not affecting it a lot, which is good. Bad for the people in the region that are having problems, right? Now, on other articles, I found this one. It's a small cartoon. I liked it. It was fun. It just basically says, blockchain baby, restrained adventure, Bitcoin baby, independent, unregulated. And I do guess that we are, if we're holding Bitcoin, we're on that wild ride, right? Everything's going nuts. We have volatility in the market, which is good for making profit if you know when to start or when to take profit. If you're scaling in, scaling out of your positions, maybe you might be seeing some good money flowing in, right? Anyways, on to other Bitcoin news. Now, the Central Bank of Japan has reconfirmed its stance on the top 5 cryptos that you can invest in, and we happen to cover those 5 cryptos every stream, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, and Binance. Those are the 5. Now, this comes from Nikkei Asian Review, which quoted the central bank official who said, "We promote Bitcoin, but only with controls." So, Japan's stance of Bitcoin is friendly and actually pushing it, right, for adoption, which is good. One second, guys. Now, onto the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin chart looking like it's hurting right now. Right, we took a dip near that 50% line of the channel, right, that midline. Having it as support right now is going down. Apparently we touched it, and now we're rejecting it a little bit, but day's just starting, and it might look pretty bleak for today, right? On the daily, not developing much yet, not developing anything on the daily yet. I'm gonna look at the other chart because we were talking yesterday, right? We're gonna hit this retrace at the 618, and we said that it was a possibility that we started to see that downturn, and we did start to see that downturn yesterday when we do the stream. We're still within that upsloping channel, or barely outside of it, and we were detecting a little bit of divergence on the daily, which we said might play out, but it didn't, and we're rejecting also the 11,000, right? So we might be seeing that happening, right? Which would bring us to this pullback that I've signaled here, which is this candle, right? Not being able to break above it. Being exhausted basically, and having us break down to lower prices. Now I'm gonna get rid of these comments here, and I'm gonna go into the 4-hour. Okay, so right on the 4-hour, we had this. You might be wondering why the price started to go up. It's not in the 4-hour; it's in the 1-hour. We're gonna be able to see it, right? Why the price started to go up during the day a little bit yesterday, right? Because we developed divergence, right? Like from here to here and from here to here on the RSI. It's very small on the RSI, but more on the MACD, which did bring us to this small uprise in prices. However, right now, doing another downturn, right? The momentum, the positive momentum that we gain is too small. Right? Yesterday, when we were doing the stream, we were sitting here, right? This hadn't closed. It was the 9-hour, and we still had this to go. And we said if we manage to neutralize the momentum and turn to positive, we might see prices to the upside. And we said that if we didn't, we would definitely see prices drop. We targeted prices at around the 10,243, and we said we might stop there, which we actually touched and rejected a little bit, right? But then we broke it down again, and we've been going down since. Slightly, but we have been going down. Now, this divergence that we had traced played out a little bit. Prices moved to the upside. Now it's dropping again, right? And I'm trying to figure out where we can trace to see that price drop right now, but I'm not seeing it, right? It's a lower low, definitely, and also was ushered by this lower high we developed, right? On the uptrend that we had here, and it definitely brought us down bearishly. Right now, it's starting to price go up a little bit. It's sitting below the 10,000 at $9,833. I would like for a little bit more to develop throughout the day, because we just hit this large red candle, and I want to see some pattern development for us to be able to call it something. However, short term, we can say we're in a downtrend. Still within this triangle, right? Sorry, I didn't want to do that. Oh snap! I definitely didn't want to do that. I wanted to get rid of this right here. There we go. So we traced this triangle the other day, right? We're gonna see in the 4-hour. We were using There we go. It's loaded now. We're using the top part of the channel as support, as resistance, sorry, and the bottom part as support, which is this green line that we traced. Now, we could go down all the way down here and touch it, and it wouldn't be anything bad. We could go down to 9,800, no problem. We could even go and break this triangle and fall into this other line, this blue square that I've traced, a rectangle, sorry, that has acted as areas of support for Bitcoin, and we could definitely go and hit those and then bounce from it, right? Or we could even break down farther and touch the bottom part of the structure. We would put us around the 7,000, 7,500 area, and it wouldn't be anything bad. Still, we would be making, yeah, we would sort of be breaking the uptrend. Definitely, this could be considered a flag for the uptrend, and being within this triangle, we would definitely break it, and then we could actually be on a downtrend, breaking this uptrend for sure. But right now, we are still making lower highs, right? So, sorry, higher lows, not lower highs. This low is higher than this one. This one's so we are within that small triangle, getting to that area where we'll start compressing a little bit more and maybe break to the upside. Right now, there's a lot of volatility open in the Bollinger Bands, so we could also keep on going down, or we could start going up. Right now, I would need for something else to develop, right? Everything else seems to point out that we could drop and nothing, it wouldn't be anything bad, right? It wouldn't be out of the ordinary. Now onto Ethereum. On Ethereum news, now with the hopes of making the network more accessible, Ethereum Foundation announced yesterday that they want to translate all of its resources into 15 languages. The first translation will be Korean, then they would apparently move on to German, and then simplified Chinese, Japanese, Russian, Italian, and the others, right? So they really want to have more people be able to come and do things with their with the network. So definitely is good. It'll drive up more adoption of Ethereum. It'll have more people joining for sure and developing more, right? So onto the Ethereum chart on the daily. All right, Ethereum. Here we go. Yesterday we didn't chart it, but I noticed it today, right? So, but we did chart it in the other alts, right? We did say that we were making divergence on the other alts, which could propel us to higher prices if Bitcoin didn't tank or dropped a little bit. And Bitcoin did go to the downside, which is why we're not seeing this divergence play out, right? We did have a positive momentum right here. It was very short-lived. It was a plus 0.9. Right now, starting to develop negative momentum, but apparently we could be exhausted. If Bitcoin goes down, we could go down more, creating more negative momentum. But I'm hoping that whatever Bitcoin does, since we're already a bit exhausted here, on not make that much negative momentum, and hopefully see the Ethereum pump to the upside, right? We have broken out of this channel. I'm gonna start deleting old stuff because it's getting cluttered. So we've broken out of this channel. We're broken out of this channel, and we definitely break out of this channel. That downsloping channel, I'm not getting rid of because we used it as support, right? We went down, touched it, and bounced off it. Now this structure here, I'm also gonna get rid of because it's not longer necessary. And on the 4 hours, let's see what's going on. Right, on the 4 hours. Still open volatility on the Bollinger Bands. Can't see much that would not indicate. Let's see here. Nope. Looks pretty normal, and we could have side consolidation, right? Momentum starting to stagnate, which could lead us to make less negative momentum and start putting us towards the upside on the price. However, like I said, Bitcoin plays a big role, right? Bitcoin. We look at Bitcoin dominance because it's 70% of the market, right? 69.66, whatever, right now. So that being so big, whatever Bitcoin does, you'll pull the market with it, right? They're the largest player. That's why we look at their dominance, and then we look at Ethereum dominance, and then we look at Ethereum price, right? So I'm not sure if we looked at Ethereum dominance right now. We're gonna look after the chart real quick. Right now, the price of Ethereum at $184.33. Red candle, following the steps of Bitcoin. However, it doesn't seem to be making a lower. Bitcoin, I can't remember if we're going lower. Yeah, we're going lower than the previous, right? In Ethereum, it basically seems to be putting us more or less on a sideways, right? It's not as low as this one yet. So we had good recovery on the alts, maybe from the daily, from the hourly divergence that we found yesterday, and we're gonna look at it right now again. But dominance for Ethereum, I don't think we covered it, right? But right now, Ethereum yesterday on the daily. Ethereum gained dominance yesterday, 0.51%. Right now, gaining dominance plus 0.76%, which is good right now, but still sitting below the 8% dominance, which is what we want to be above, right? Okay, so onto the 4 hour, onto the 1 hour. Let's make a movement. Right, this is the divergence that we were seeing on the hour, which is what brought this uptrend in price, a small uptrend in price in the hourly. Right now on the hour, positive momentum starting to die, meaning that once we make negative momentum, we might see lower numbers, but we could still bounce off this channel again, and it would be completely fine as long as we stay out of it. Would mean we actually break this downtrend, and we could start a new downtrend or different trend, right? Still within this other broadening channel wedge, whatever you want to call it, that we traced. So we're gonna move on to Ripple news. On Ripple, well, on Ripple we found this article that says that the London-based remittance company Xendpay has signed up for RippleNet. Now it's rolling RippleNet. I think soon. I didn't find a date, but they say they join the RippleNet will grant them access to a larger market, including Bangladesh, Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Thailand. Now, Xendpay executives claim that RippleNet, with its global banking partners, makes the transactions across the borders much easier for them. They stated that when sending Thai baht, it took them 3 to 4 days to clear before, and now with the RippleNet tests they've run, it's clearing within 10 minutes, which is good. It's gonna drive more adoption of Ripple. Not XRP token, because the solution they're using doesn't use the XRP token, but it's more adoption for Ripple, and at some point in time Ripple can start making the token part of that solution, right? So we found 2 articles that were regarding this, right? They're both the same, link in the description if you guys want to check them out. And now we're gonna go on to Ripple. Ripple dominance on the daily. Ripple yesterday. Wow, charts being weird. There we go. On the daily, Ripple gain dominance 2.48%. It's good. Today gaining dominance 1.51. Ripple sitting at 4.47. It's getting closer, right, to Ethereum. At some point in time, and I can't remember last year, earlier this year, we had some flipping events happening, right, where Ripple was overtaking Ethereum. I think it was last year. However, we do need to see Ripple gain more market cap, right? It's not good that it's sitting at 4.45. It should be higher. It could be higher, certainly, right? We've seen it up here, right, at taking what is this over here, like 13 over here, 13.24. So definitely has room for growth on market cap. Market cap has been declining ever since back here, which was September 21st. Right after the swell event, which brought in this big spike, right? With so let's see what happens. Ripple on the hour, downtrend still holding, right? We're still in that downtrend. We traced this uptrend the other day. Yesterday we were still respecting it a little bit. Now we've definitely broken it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. No longer applies. Now we're still in the channel, and we can still trade or bounce here. This is the divergence we traced yesterday, right? We didn't say not so much on the RSI because we actually did make lower. We went to oversold territory on the RSI, and we were good on the MACDs where we saw that divergence. On the 4 hour, we didn't find anything yesterday that would point us to a sharp movement. I'm gonna get rid of this channel as well. It's no longer applicable. Right now on the 4 hour, this spike just messes everything up, right? If we didn't have this spike, we might have made, we would have been maybe at the double bottom, but these spikes make everything weird for this chart right now. Volatility is open on the Bollinger Bands, sitting a little bit sold on the RSI, not oversold, but at 37.5. I can't remember what we were sitting at the one day. I think we were pretty low on the daily. Yeah, in the daily we're at 33.46. Sitting low on the RSI does certainly give us potential for it to run up, especially with the divergence that has developed. However, Bitcoin has to play ball. If Bitcoin doesn't play ball, we're just basically gonna keep on dumping, right, or falling. It's not really a dump. It's just more of a fall or a tumble. We're still in the channel respecting it. On the 1 hour, Bollinger Bands certainly are contracting a little bit, which could bring us to some kind of moment of lucidity, positive pricing, meaning here we see divergence, right, for the 1 hour that we saw on all the other altcoins, right, that brought this price up. Now it got canceled with this red candle from the last hour. Now we're starting having a green candle. Momentum starting to die down and sitting low on the RSI at 41 right now. I'm gonna keep conservative on the coins because they're just gonna basically kind of follow what Bitcoin is doing. So until Bitcoin stabilizes a little bit, maybe the altcoins will have a better chance of running up. XRP sitting at 0.2621 cents, right? So 26 cents. On to Litecoin, we didn't find any news for Litecoin except some that addressed that they were gonna apply a Kingpin Act to some Litecoin addresses along with some Bitcoin addresses, which is basically blacklisting them because they're considered to be a drug trafficker's account or address. Other than that, we didn't find any news for Litecoin or for Binance, but we do have news at the end regarding Kraken and its listing of BAT and waves. So we're gonna jump really quick onto the charts for Litecoin and Binance, see where they're standing at, what they could do, and then we'll take it from there, right? On the Litecoin, on the daily, right? Nothing out of the ordinary on the daily. Maybe here's some divergence, right? From here to here. And also would apply on the RSI. Wait, no, this is dominance. We don't do analysis on dominance. Sorry about that. Thought we were looking at the chart. Anyway, dominance going up. I told you guys I'm tired, man. That's why I'm drinking the coffee. Dominance going up 2.79%. Yesterday, today, right now, going up as well, 0.58%. Anyways, now onto the real price. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we had the dominance trace, right? There will be this line from here to here. It's from here to here, right? And we also found it on the RSI. Right now, RSI is sitting low at 32.38. MACD seems to be neutralizing. Maybe we can start seeing some positive momentum, but as with the other coins, it will highly depend on what Ripple does. So let's wait and see what Ripple does. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour. Same thing, right? Divergence on both the RSI. Yeah, it's lower, slightly lower, right, than this wick over here. So divergence on the RSI and on the MACD on the 4 hour as well, which could definitely, we've seen it on the daily, now we've seen it on the 4 hours. So let's look at the hourly and see where we're standing on Litecoin. Litecoin on the hour, sitting a little bit lower than 50, but not too much, around 42, which is kind of neutral. Same thing that happened with the other coins, right? Oh wait, this one didn't show it. Yeah, this one's not showing that divergence that we saw with the other ones, right? It's lower, it's actually lower, so it's actually going good. Price still the same. So on the hour, nothing that would point us to anything. Volatility is open on the Bollinger Bands. Still trading within that downtrend generally. So if everything holds for the 4 hour and the daily, we could see a movement to the upside. But again, it depends on what Bitcoin does. Now we're gonna go on to Binance dominance. Binance dominance chart on the daily, gaining yesterday 1.24%. Right now, also gaining dominance 0.38%. Binance chart, right? Still within this downturn. I'm gonna get rid of all this other stuff that I have here, just to clean the chart a little bit, right? So there we go. It's down channel. None of this longer applies, right? We are keeping this green line because we used it as support, and however, we're still within this channel that's down sloping. So yesterday we were playing with this idea on this graph that we could have a uptrend. Now it got broken, and we're also playing with the idea of this triangle, which we're sitting at the basically bottom part of the triangle, using it as support right now. Could go up a little bit and keep on riding this structure until we either is no longer a valid triangle or we break it to upside or downside, right? Let's go look at the 4-hour. It was yesterday on the 4-hour. I think it was in the 4-hour that we traded. Yeah, here we go. We had this trade in the 4-hour, right? Which was the divergence that we saw, which we believed would propel us to higher prices. However, this is all depending. We haven't made positive momentum yet, so if this could still go higher, like we saw yesterday with Bitcoin, and we said that momentum, negative momentum, could keep on developing. Now, if negative momentum keeps on developing, it would kind of sort of could invalidate this divergence that we're seeing, right? Because then we could end up with momentum going down here, maybe, right? So unlikely right now, but anything's possible. Bitcoin is very volatile right now. Bollinger Band's really open, right? Really wide opening on the Bollinger Band, signifying there's a lot of volatility on Binance. On the other Binance chart, let's see what we had. Yeah, also volatility open on the channel, trading, being rejected by the 50, by the midline, right? Of the channel. Let's go look at the hour. That's a 2-hour, sorry, 1 hour. Now developing divergence on the 1 hour, and definitely not on the pricing. If we keep going lower, we could start making some divergence, which could then sort of propel us to upper prices. However, we had some divergence from here to here, right? Which was up till 9 a.m. basically. Yeah, 9 a.m. which was from here to here. Like we saw with the other coins, that's what propelled us up a little bit. Now again, going down on the RSI, we also had a little bit of divergence, right? From basically here to here, right? That's why we were seeing a little bit of prices go up. Right now, not much we can do but wait on Bitcoin, and we already said what we thought was going to happen on Bitcoin. Now on to the last article that we have. Kraken. The Kraken will list the VAT and the waves, and it will sink chips. Now it will list them for trading, right? The tokens will be listed tomorrow, August 22nd, at approximately 13:30 UTC, so 1:30 p.m. UTC. The trading pairs that are going to be associated are BAT to the dollar, BAT to the euro, BAT to the Bitcoin, BAT to Ethereum, waves to the dollar, waves to the euro, waves to Bitcoin, and waves to Ethereum. Now, Kraken did come out with a warning for the users, and they said that, I'm going to actually read it right off here, right? It says, limit orders are recommended when trading starts since the markets may be illiquid initially. Be extremely careful with market orders and orders that trigger market orders. For example, stop losses. Guys, be careful. You know what happens when coins list. Take precautions, and that will be all for today, man. If you guys have any questions, I'll leave the forum open a little bit before we actually sign off. So comments regarding music, volume, speech, speed. I was trying to go slower today. I noticed on the video yesterday that I was going a little bit faster than I would like, and when I was hearing the playback after the video was on, I definitely noticed that it was hard to understand sometimes. So let me know if you think today was better before we actually sign off. It was better. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Soga. Alright, guys. Well, if there's no other comments, that will be all for today. You know, happy Wednesday. It's middle of the week. I wish the week is over, man. I want the weekend to be here already. It's been heavy work days. Now, if you're watching live and you have not yet subscribed, do it now. If you're watching the replay when the stream is done and when the video loads to the platform, you will find a subscribe circle that will appear on the stream has ended screen at the bottom of the chat. If you click that, you can subscribe to the channel. Now, you will also find two other videos that will appear on that side of the screen. One on the bottom being yesterday's stream, and then one right off to the side, which will be the latest stream available. Now, guys, again, thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you believe the content that we produce, no, don't go and show these videos to one of your friends that you think might be interested on crypto, and then have them subscribe and watch us live so we can start growing this community, right? That's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Happy Wednesday night. Good night.